Hey, Shalom family. Most on Christ bless. Officer Yahalom with IUIC Dallas. All right, you tuned into another lesson. All right, today's topic is can't wait till I get them taxes. You heard me. That's right. Can't wait till I get them taxes. Now, I know some of y'all thinking right now, what can you possibly be talking about in this class? But just hold tight. You're going to find out today. Let's open up with Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 24.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor.
So the Lord said there's nothing better for you to work hard and enjoy the fruits of your labors. All right, read on.
This also I saw, that it was from the hand of God.
Now jump over to chapter 3 and verse 13.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 13. And also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of God.
So it is the gift of God to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Now we're going to go ahead and get straight into the topic, all right? So the class being can't wait till I get them taxes. This is how many of us look when we get our taxes. Let's get the images. All right, so this is how a lot of us do once we get money, all right? Because we had a long year. All year, you were struggling. You were struggling all year. You finally came on some money, and then now you balling, all right?
Give me my money.
However, I can't tell you what to do with your money, right? But I will bring out a few things that we have to be mindful of once you get your taxes, all right? Go to Sirach chapter 18. Sirach chapter 18 and verse 30.
The book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 30. Go not after thy lust.
What?
Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites.
So the Lord said, go not after your lust. A lot of us know right now there's many things that you would do if you had the money to do it. But a lot of you can't do what you want to do because you don't have the money to do it, right? But remember what the Lord said. He said, go not after thy lust, but refrain yourself from your appetites. Now, I want to get some of these appetites or address some of them from the surface that us as a people we have. Now you can get the other image. Put the other image on the screen. The brother with the multiple things around him, all right? Yes, sir. That image right here, all right? So I want y'all to be mindful. We have to be mindful, all right, of all manners of opportunity to fall back into sin, some type of destruction that will come behind having extra money, whether it's materializing, as you see here, cars, clothes, the jewelry. Now, is anything wrong with having jewelry, a nice car, clothes? No, there's nothing wrong with that. Remember what we opened up with. The Lord said it's a good thing to enjoy the fruits of your labors, all right? But we're going to dig into why I'm bringing out the way I am, all right? So we have all manner of opportunities always seem to resurface once you get money. That's the point. Once we get money, a lot of old demons pop back up. Right. Drugs, now you have the appetite. Now you want to go buy some drugs. Now you want to go smoke weed again because you got money to go buy a lump sum, but you ain't have it all year. Whether it's you want to buy some hoes, because some of y'all brothers know what I'm talking about. Dealing with prostitutes. Whether it's drunkenness, you find yourself trying to be at a bar at night, getting drunk and so forth. We also got, as I already mentioned, the materializing of things. Now you just want to go on shopping sprees and spending your money all kind of crazy ways. That's the temptation that comes about when you have that opportunity. And making a reference back to 1 Timothy chapter 6. Remember what the Lord said about those who have the extra money. Those who have a surplus of money, they always fall into traps. All right, so we have to be mindful of those things. Same book, go to verse 32. Sirach 18 and verse 32. That's what the Lord said this. And then get the other images, brothers.
The book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 32. Take not pleasure in much good cheer.
Do what?
Take not pleasure in much good cheer.
Read.
Neither be tied to the expense thereof.
So the Lord is telling us here, don't be excessive in your ways. You're trying to exalt yourself by spending a whole bunch of money that you don't have. You create this whole facade about yourself because you got extra money that you struggled and cried for to wait all year. Now you finally have money. Now this is you. Go back to the other picture. Yeah, go back to the first one. Right, nope, before that. Now this is you. All year you couldn't pay your rent. You were struggling to pay your rent. Now you got extra money. Now you out here buying cars for no reason, getting brand new auto loans. You buying jewelry that you don't need. You buying $300 Jordans, $600 what's them Yeezys. Yeah. You buying all kind of stuff because now you got the money to do so. But then all year long, just 30 days ago, you were trying to figure out how you gonna pay your rent. The Lord said, what he say? Take not pleasure in much good cheer. We have to make sure we're mindful of these things. Once you have that surplus, don't be Negroes about it. All right? Read that scripture again.
Take not pleasure in much good cheer, neither be tied to the expense thereof.
Get the next image. There it is right there. Some of y'all right now already had it in your mind, I'm buying me $1,000 chain when I get my taxes. And some of you know who I'm talking about. Hey, if the shoe fly across the room and hit you, then so be it. It hit. There it is. It ain't gonna kill you. All right. Next image. Next image. There it is. Look at this brother right here. Brother just came up. He got his little $2,500 income tax check. Now he want to buy some jewelry. He got his taco meat out. Now he out here trying to holler at some females. Man, stay in the spirit. Stay in the spirit, brothers. I don't know about that soundbite, but that was way off. But it's all good, though. It's all good. But the point is, don't get caught into this foolishness. Understand when you have extra money, it will afford you the opportunity to destroy yourself because now you have access to evil you didn't have access to beforehand. That's the point we want to bring out. Now, give me the next image. Because remember what I mentioned, what was that? The first scripture, go not after thy lust. Brothers know when you had extra money in the world, what were you trying to do? You trying to floss that money to get the attention of a female. Brothers, don't fall into that, all right? Likewise, you sisters, don't be stupid in spending your money on no random brothers, all right? We got to make sure we be mindful of those things. Be mindful of that. All right, get the next image. This is most of us all year. All year, this is most of us. As soon as we get income tax, what do? We put ourselves back in this very same situation when you had the chance to get yourself out the situation. But again, we're going to discuss more. Give me the first video. Let's get the first video.
I'm Pretty Tony Taylor for the Black Folks Feud. Did you get a shot of my shoes? I'm so sharp I can cut carpet. Okay, top black ass answers on the board. Name something that black people spend their income tax money on.
A fake Gucci bag.
Drop top hoopty. A drop top hoopty.
The Asian tattoos on their neck where nobody knows what it means.
Family outing, a Gladys night, waffles and chicken.
Reset a golf club.
Wet popsicles.
Chrysler 300 with the fake Bentley grill.
Hey, pause it right there. He said a Chrysler 300 with a fake Bentley grill. That's some of you right now. Some of y'all paid $1,500 for a 2001 Chrysler. I don't even know if that's the year, but it's old as hell. Some of y'all in that situation right now because you had income tax. You spent all your money putting on rims, fixing up a car you ain't paid off. You're not even close to paying it off. Some of y'all car got repo last year, and you spent $5,000 on rims and speakers. Play the video.
Trip to wine country.
Those polyester suits with the 8 buttons on that everybody wear for Easter.
Vacation to Atlanta to Six Flags. Over Georgia.
Popeye's a church's chicken. You know the 50 count where it come with 2 sides and a biscuit.
Lace front wig.
Invest in the 401k.
Air Force One.
Purple Gators.
Baby Jordans.
Some Gator boots for the women.
A new fixed gear bicycle.
Tanqueray jeans.
Peach Ciroc. Hennessy.
A case of Moscato.
A 6-inch screen TV from Rent-A-Center.
A box of pig feet.
Man,
Crown
that ain't
Vic.
the truth. Keep playing it. Keep playing it. Keep playing it. You ain't gotta stop it.
Buying other people's food stamps.
2 pair of skinny jeans with a hole in the butt.
Rims. Big ones.
NASCAR race. No, not NASCAR.
Think black. Think black. Think black. An elaborate fish tank.
Yes. I'm Tony
Yeah,
for
you
the
could
black.
drop that. So notice how they threw little Edomite in there, to, you know, to kind of throw some what's the word here? Some contrast. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yes, mockery is in the midst. Now I know some of y'all it's kind of funny, but at the same time, sad to say, most of us grew up doing the same thing.
The hell is this?
When income tax season came around, you spent money on rims and the whole car. And then now after that, you have nothing left.
When I came down.
Ooh. Yeah, that was all. When them bills came. Play that soundbite again.
When I came down.
Let's get the next video.
Oh, shit.
What is you doing?
I'm getting diapers.
You ain't got no kids.
But when I do got kids. Oh, shit.
What is you doing?
I'm finna get a new TV.
But you already got like 3.
I bought them last week, they old.
First I bought it last week.
What is you doing?
I'm getting pads.
You're who? You don't got no girlfriend?
Shit, when I do get one.
What is you doing?
I'm getting some pads.
You do not know how to cook.
I just hired a personal chef. Oh, shit.
Boy, you is too old for that.
So I still think I'm a kid.
Hey, look.
Emotional damage.
This is why some of y'all right now ain't got nothing put to the side. Because you fall into the same cycle year after year after year after year. And it's a shame because some of y'all got kids. And instead of saving money to benefit your household, you out here buying random crap just for the heck of it. Give me Sirach 18, verse 33. So I wanted to open up the class to kind of fill it all in. All right, we're talking about having extra money, your income tax when they come in and so forth. Again, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm your brother gonna remind you of how foolish we've become. I'm gonna remind you of some of the things we've become accustomed to, all right, which are actually not using wisdom. All right, so give me that in Sirach chapter 18. We're gonna read verse 33. Now, I want to mention one of the bad habits we've grown accustomed to as a people, especially when we feel like we got a little extra. All right. Number one, very bad habit we've grown into is borrowing from everywhere. Read Sirach 18:33.
The book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 33. Be not made a beggar by banqueting upon borrowing.
Read.
When thou hast nothing in thy purse, for thou shalt lie in wait for thine own life, and be talked on.
Read it again.
Be not made a beggar by banqueting upon borrowing.
The Lord said, don't be made a beggar by banqueting, by borrowing. You know what a banquet is? It's like a buffet, all you can eat. When you find yourself falling into a situation where you opening multiple credit lines, loans is getting them for the hell of it just for no reason. This is talking about you. It said, be not made a beggar by what?
Banqueting upon borrowing. When thou hast nothing in thy purse.
When you already broke, you already don't have nothing, but you go out and put yourself in more debt. Is this to say you can't go out and finance and so forth? That's not what I'm saying at all. All right, so let's not be simple. But we're talking about when you go out there with the intent that in your mind, you're going to go out here and open up these multiple accounts, open up multiple lines of credit just to scheme, knowing you're not going to pay it back.
Stop it. Get some help.
There you go. Knowing you're not going to pay it back. We're talking to you because that's what we're going into. Some of y'all thought we were about to talk about income tax the whole time. Oh, no. Oh, no. That was just to open it up to get into the real deal. It said, be not made a beggar by banqueting upon borrowing. All right. And we mentioned that opening up multiple loans with the mind to scheme. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to pay it back. You already know you're not. All right. Right here, some of my notes. Sometimes you need to be patient, all right, because you already been in a situation. Some of us grew up not having a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, money don't grow on trees, right? You'll find yourself in a situation, whether you're struggling for, let's say, 2 weeks, but you know your paycheck is in 3 days, you got to pay a bill. But you're so anxious just to do something, you put yourself in more debt by acting in that same manner. Get that next video ready for me, brothers. The third one. Said just wait till tomorrow. Get that video real quick.
You got some money? Let me borrow $2 till tomorrow.
Just wait till tomorrow then.
Yeah, see that? Now this was funny as hell when I watched this. The little young brother said, just wait till tomorrow then. This young man got enough sense to know, instead of going out and borrowing, giving your loan it out and whatnot, so us being on the other side, you trying to get a loan, bro, just wait till tomorrow. You trying to get a loan, you can wait 3 more days before you go get a payday loan that's at 3,000% increase, and now you worse than you started off.
When I came down.
That's what we do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is some of us right now. Hell, I know because I did it before. I didn't have no understanding. Now, guess what? I'm here to remind you, brothers and sisters, don't fall for the traps. We got to use some sort of discretion when we moving, especially when it comes with these things. Number 2, the second bad habit that we've grown accustomed to, co-signing on loans. Give me Proverbs chapter 22. Let's get it. Proverbs chapter 22. If you don't know what a co-signer is, it's when you go get a loan and they say, hey, you're not able to get a loan. You need to have someone else sign on it for you. And now that person that signs on their loan is held responsible just as you were. If the person you co-signed for defaults and they don't pay, you have to pay that. So if you don't know what a co-signer is, go look it up. All right. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 26.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 26. Be not thou one of them that strikes hands.
That does what?
That strikes hands.
The Lord said, be not one of them that strike hands. When you striking hands, not talking about fighting. It's talking about you signing. That's striking the hand. Signing contracts, right? Or agreements and so forth. Read it again.
Be not thou one of them that strikes hands, or of them that are sureties for debt.
Sureties are held responsible for someone's debt. How many of us right now fell into the same category? You co-signed and now you paying for it today. That's some of us today. All right. The Lord said, don't do that. Now, before some of us think, is this talking about, hey, me and my wife going on a loan with co-sign? That's not talking about, no, that's your wife. All right, I'm going to give you an example. So an example would be when it's talking about co-signing. If you know a brother has an extreme amount of debt and he comes to you and asks you to co-sign,
The hell is this?
you are a damn fool if you co-sign on his loan knowing he already owe $250,000 worth of debt. And now you know he has poor habits. You know he don't pay stuff on time. You know his financial status is destroyed. And you still go co-signing on the loan. That's what it's talking about. All right. So be mindful of those things. Don't fall into that. Same chapter. Jump up the next verse.
Verse 27. If thou hast nothing to pay.
So just like we read earlier, if you have nothing in your purse, if you already don't have it as it is, you're already struggling to get by. Read.
Why should he take away thy bed from under thee?
Now, what does it mean he takes the bed under you? Why would you put yourself in a situation, as I mentioned earlier, you know it's already rough. You already got a hard time. You're trying to get some type of stability. And then you go sign over a loan that the increase or the return on that loan is double of what you make.
The hell is this?
Now, once you do get that money, say it's $1,000 and you borrow that $1,000, but now you're paying back $3,000 and $4,000 because some of y'all know if you ever got a payday loan, that's what they get you with. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about right now. Why would you put yourself in a situation to lose everything you have? All right, signing a co-signing for other debts. All right, so now when you're paying for it, All right, an example can be some of us, and some of y'all might know what I'm talking about, where people co-sign on loans and they put up their house for collateral. They put up a car for collateral, or whatever the case may be. And now, to this day, you lose what you have because you went and signed over, co-signed on the loan for debt for a person who has poor habits. Bruh. And now you put yourself in that same situation. I did have one example I was talking about with Cap, how I remember when I went to basic training, I came home with a collections on my account. I had a shot to my credit. Mind you, I don't have no credit at this time. And I ain't never signed up for no cable. So I got a Spectrum cable on my credit, talking about I owe them money. Find out, my mama put the stuff in my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? This is stuff that black people do. But guess what, Israel? We ain't black no more. We gotta repent. We gotta change that mindset. We gotta change some of these things that we've grown accustomed to. With these bad habits, all right, we've become a people who deal slack when it comes to finance, and when it comes to paying back our debts. All right, we become slack in those areas. All right, and now that's why today. We become stereotypes when it comes to money. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to tell y'all. I'm not saying nothing new that nobody don't already know. We God people. We all understand the same thing. All right. We understand the lingo here that I'm talking about. All right. Psalms 37 and verse 21. And now we're gonna get into this next section. All right, going into what? Paying your debts. Because remember, a lot of y'all about to get your income tax. Psalms 37 and verse 21.
The book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 21. The wicked borroweth.
The what?
The wicked borroweth.
The wicked will borrow money.
And payeth not again.
And do what?
And payeth not again.
The wicked will ask for a loan and not pay it back. The wicked. So why do I say this? Some of us right now have loans and you ain't paid the person back.
The hell is this?
Some of you are the reason. Some of you are the reason. Read it one more time.
The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth.
That's why some of us to this day got bad credit, because you don't want to pay back the loan that you signed for. Go to Sirach 29. Sirach chapter 29. All right. Sirach 29, and we're going to read verse 5. Because guess what? The Bible does talk about everything. Some of y'all probably didn't know that the Bible discusses this particular topic of payments and paying money and so forth. Watch what the Lord said. Sirach 29, verse 5.
Till he have received, he will kiss a man's hand.
So generally speaking, when you know somebody needs a loan, it said they'll kiss your hand. They talk all soft to you. They're nice for you. They're an upstanding individual when they need this loan from you. Read on.
And for his neighbor's money.
Read from the top again, I'm sorry.
Till he have received, he will kiss a man's hand.
They'll smile at you. They'll bend over backwards just to get that loan. Read.
And for his neighbor's money, he will speak subtly.
He'll speak what?
Subtly.
Submissively.
Submissively.
Read.
But when he should repay.
When it's time to pay back the $20, the $100, when it's time to pay back your auto loans, when it's time to pay back your credit cards, read.
He will prolong the time.
Will prolong the time.
Niggas.
Read.
And return words of grief.
Now the brother came to you asking for a loan. The sister came to you asking for a loan, lend you something. But now when it's time to pay back, now this is the first, right? The 15 come around. Oh, well, you know, I really didn't make what I thought I was going to make. I can't pay it back. Can you give me another? I need some more time. Can you give me another week? Then a week go by. Then you come back. Hey, you got that money you back that you owe me? Oh, I need some more time. Bruh. Then it's the next time. Oh, I need some more time. Now it's, you know, what really happened was my granddad broke his leg. So, you know, I had to go pick him up from the airport. Huh? What the hell that got to do with my money? That's what Jake do. They come up with anything to not pay you back what's owed. That's what we do. Is there more in there on that last scripture?
and complain of the time.
Now that's what they doing. It's not the time, bro. Come on, man. You know I'm out here trying to struggle right now, bro. I gotta make it. This is what some of y'all do. Some of y'all do when it's time to pay people back. This is what you do. All right, and this is why today some of us are in the situations we are. All right, because guess what? Those of us taking loans from the banks, you do the same exact thing, and you get mad because the bank is calling you for their money. You got a loan, they're calling you for the money back. Are you mad? What the hell y'all calling me for?
The hell is this?
Because your bills due. I mean, we gave you a $25,000 loan for a vehicle. We want the money back. What do you mean why we calling you? But this is what we do. It's the Negro mentality would say, I don't owe you nothing. That's what some of y'all do. We got to change that, Israel. We have to change our mindset. Become wise. All right, we got to become wise. Give me chapter 29 and verse, is it 6? 29 and 6? Yeah, keep next verse.
Verse 6, if he prevail, he shall hardly receive the half.
And if you do get some money back, he going to get what?
Hardly receive the half.
The hell is this?
And he will count as if he had found it.
Read.
If not, he have deprived him of his money, and he have gotten him an enemy without cause.
Right. If you get any of your money back, you get a fraction. And then just to get that, it's going to be like pulling teeth. Pulling teeth to get less than half what you owed. You owed the money, but you don't get it back. This is how some of us deal today. He had gotten him an enemy without cause. Now, some of y'all wonder why don't nobody want to deal with you anymore when it comes to loans. Some of y'all right now, you can call your mama up or your cousin and say, hey, can you loan me $100 till the end of the week? They're going to say, hell no. If they don't hang up in your face first. Why? Because you dealt falsely. Some of you wonder right now why you can't even open up a utility account to get some electric or water in your name. Is because your false dealings and you're not paying people back is the reason why your credit jacked up. Now, nobody will trust you with something simple as a light bill. Go to Sirach, let me see, verse 7. Yeah, we still got verse 7 on here.
Verse 7. Many therefore have refused to lend for other men's ill dealing.
Read.
Fearing to be defrauded.
That's why a lot of us today, we hold on to our pockets. Somebody asks you for money, you're going to ask them about 5, 10 questions before you lend out something simple as $20. Why? Because other men's what?
Men's ill dealing.
For other men's dealing. Because some of y'all are niggards. Some of y'all are straight Negroes when it comes to dealing with things. Some of you don't deal just and righteous when it comes to this. Some of you like to borrow or like to get money from somebody or whatever the case may be, knowing you're not going to pay it back. This is some of you today, and that's why it says many therefore have been refused. And notice I made that statement earlier about some of those things we do even with utility bills. We wonder and we look around and wonder why is it so hard for our people to get loans. When another nation go into a bank to get a loan for something, whether it's house, auto, et cetera, they're welcomed with open arms because they know this person gonna pay back. But when we walk in the door, well, what do you do? What's your job for the last 50 years? Sir, I'm only 20 years old. What's your job for the last 50 years? I'm sorry, sir, we can't approve this loan.
When I came down,
I'm giving an example, but it'd be all kind of obstacles that we have to jump through because of us, our own dealings, us as a people dealing like this, dealing falsely. That's why I made the comment earlier. This become customary for our people to do this way. How many of y'all know right now about Rent-A-Center? I know, because I grew up seeing it. I know what was going on. You go get a loan on the couch and you move and you don't pay it back. You go get a big old flat screen TV and then you move, you don't pay it back. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about because some of y'all was doing it. Some of y'all was doing the same exact thing. Payday loans. I mentioned the payday loans, the bank loans, auto loans, and some of y'all credit jacked up because of the same thing. And also I mentioned the utility accounts. Some of us can't even get a utility account without getting a cosigner because your credit is so poor. Now, I'm not saying credit can be messed up for other situations. We all understand that. But I'm talking specifically about those who destroy their own credit because you don't like to pay stuff back on time, because you got excuses, because when it's time to pay back, you don't want to pay back. That's what I'm talking about when I'm mentioning that. Leviticus 19:11. I'm sorry.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 11. Ye shall not steal.
Do not what?
Steal.
If you ask to borrow $100 and you don't give it back, you are stealing. Read it.
Neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
Neither dealing falsely. If you get a loan and you don't pay it back, you're dealing falsely. If you have the intent to reach and open this new account for a loan for finance, and you know you're not going to pay it back, you are dealing falsely. Read it again.
Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
Romans 13. Romans 13. What is the mindset or the goal we all have to work towards? This is it right here.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 8. Owe no man anything.
Do what?
Owe no man anything.
It's not a wrong thing to owe no man nothing. All right? Again, I got to keep prefacing so nobody gets simple. Yes, you have your financial loans for your house and home loans, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ill dealings when it comes to not paying back. And if you're going to get the auto loan, pay your car note. All right. And you wouldn't have 5 or 6 repossessions because you're making poor decisions. All right. All right. So remember what the scripture said. Owe no man nothing. All right. When you come up on a surplus, you could do many things to benefit your house. Give me that image again. This is you in April after you spent all your income tax money.
When I came down.
After you blew it, it's gone in the wind. And from April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February again. You back here in the same spot. But how about when you get extra money, you get a surplus, how about doing things to prevent yourself from ending up in that same situation? Right. That's what we got to understand. That's you changing the mind. That's you understanding how to use this world and not abuse it, all right? Here's a couple things I wrote down. Write these down. These are a couple, this class is not a in-depth, it's just a quick touch to bring some things to your remembrance, to spark the mind of the brothers and sisters out there, all right? Maybe you ain't thought about this. Maybe you still have the same mindset to where you're thinking about how you can get over and not pay some back right now. Maybe so, I don't know. But this is to put a few things on your mind, all right? Number 1, bullet point. Here's just some things you can do when you get a surplus. You can use it towards your health. I'll ask the question, how many of y'all right now, you haven't had a physical in years? Right now, think about it. When the last time you got a physical? I'll wait. Right. Some of y'all haven't got a physical. Some of you haven't seen a doctor. Some of you got the tooth is infected right now in the top left of your mouth. Bruh. And you ain't have money to go see a dentist or a doctor. Right now will be the time to do it when you get extra money. But we don't think about that. We rather spend it on a car. We rather go blow the money on some other foolishness. Bullet point number 2. How about saving some money? Put some money to the side. That's another thing you can do when you get a surplus. This other bullet point. How about pay a debt? So if you got a bill, now again, this is not a financial class. This is not me giving you financial advice. However, if you know you have bills or debts and you have extra money to lessen the debt that you have or your monthly bills, why not think about how to do that? why not put your funds to use to benefit yourself, to make it easier so you're not struggling for the rest of the year? Then you can pay your bills. Hell, pay your rent for a couple months. I don't know. Do something better than what you've been doing your whole life, making piss poor decisions. How about we do that? That's what we want to do. Clean up your credit. That's another thing you can do, because we understand in this time when you have good credit, it will open up the doors for other things, such as if you want to get a house, if you want to buy land, if you want to do businesses and so forth. Having credit is a benefit to the nation of Israel. Right. I hope y'all understand that. All right. Give me, I already mentioned home and land. Give me Sirach. Nope, hold that. Get Sirach 34, verse 9. Here's another thing you can do. For my brothers out there, MOV and ranking men, you can increase your Sirach 30 fund. Now, you know what a Sirach 30 fund is? Yep, we talked about it, right? But some of y'all like, what the hell is a Sirach 30, what's a Sirach 30 fund? Give me that scripture, Sirach 34.
The book of Sirach, chapter 34 and verse 9. A man that hath traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom.
A man well traveled knoweth many things. So what am I talking about when I say that Sirach 30 fund? That Sirach 30 fund, this is something that I'm sure I heard it somewhere. I can't remember where, but it's something I've been doing myself for some years and talking to other brothers about. Putting an account or putting a fund of money aside to do the work. That way, every time, you already know every year men's conference is coming. So when you get your income tax, how about you put money to the side for your hotel, for your plane ticket, for you to travel to the men's conference? So it's not no damn bovine excuse, oh, I didn't have the money to make it. You had your income tax earlier this year. What did you do with it?
The hell is this?
How about you think forward to those things? How about put money to the side so you can travel, whether it's to make the blitz that you know is going to happen. Put money to the side so you got money to travel. You got money to go get a rental car if you need. You can chip in with brothers to go actually travel and do the work. That's right. But some of us have not thought about that. But guess what? Now that you heard it, now you can spark the brain and start moving things around to make sure you can do it. Here's another one you can do. How about give me Proverbs 22, verse 3. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Read it again.
A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. But the simple pass on and are punished.
So the Lord said a wise or prudent man foreseeth evil. Some of the evils that our leadership has foreseen for years now is the production of food decreasing slowly and slowly. A wise or prudent man or woman, when they foresee the evil, what would they do? They will prepare. So I say that to say another thing you can do with a surplus. How about you improve your storehouse? Let me ask this question. How many of y'all even know what a storehouse is? What the hell is Yahalom talking about? I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, and you've been around for a minute, something wrong with you. Something is wrong with you if you don't know what I'm talking about. Your storehouse should be already full with things. You should already be doing a little bit of extra shopping to put that food away, the non-perishables. But if you got extra income, what can you do with that? You can upgrade your pantries. You can, how about put some shelves in there? Make it to where you can fit more food. If it's you need a bigger space, make a bigger space. If you need a better machine because you burned it out, now you can't use the machine to do use your Mylar bags and so forth. How about you do that? Put something that's going to benefit your house. Don't be in the same mentality to where we just take the funds and we blow it. That's why they say today black people have spending power. Spending doesn't mean anything. There's no wisdom with spending unless you spend it in the right places. You got to understand that. What I mentioned, equipment, your pantry, your shelves. Get number 3. Give me Ecclesiastes 10 now. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 19. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry. But money.
But what?
But money.
But what?
But money answereth all things.
Money answers all things. All right? We got to understand that. So knowing this, it would behoove you to not be careless when you got extra money. Put it to the side. Build something, benefit your house. And I save the best for last. Alms. You can never give enough. Donate. If you have extra income, go give a little extra to the Booster Club. Give a little extra to alms at your schools. To help pay the bills, keep the lights on. Help. If you got to help buy food for the school to build up the school's pantry, this is what you should be thinking about. We should have the forward mindset, the progressive mindset as a nation. But some of y'all are thinking about buying rims for your car.
The hell is
That's
this?
why, hey, I just got to say it. Again, nothing wrong with buying the rims. But again, you heard, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, it is what it is. Sirach 18:25.
The book of Sirach.
Give me that image. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's already up there. All praises. Go ahead. Last scripture right here.
The book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 25. When thou hast had enough, remember the time of hunger.
Read it again. You added an extra word in there. Read it again.
When thou hast enough.
When you got enough.
Remember the time of hunger.
Remember when you didn't have that extra income. When you struggling to pay your bills. Remember when you was $500 short when you get your income taxes. Remember you had no money in your emergency savings when things came about in your life. Read it again.
When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger.
Read.
And when thou art rich, think upon poverty and need.
All praises to the Most High. Hey, I'm also Yahalom with IUIC Dallas. Lord will, you brothers and sisters got something from this quick topic, all right? With that, we say shalom.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example.